Hello dear student, this is Neelam Joshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and today I am going to discuss about various operations on data structures, and the subject code of data structure is CS303. Here are the outlines which we are covering in today's video lecture, in which prerequisite of topic, then problem objectives, data structures operations, and we will cover operations like traversing, searching, inserting, deleting, sorting and merging, and then learning outcomes and references. So now prerequisites of the topic. So in my previous video lecture, we will discuss lot about what is the means of data and what is the means of information. So you should have knowledge about data and information before learning about operations of on data structures. Okay, and again I recall you the definition of data. Data is just raw material, and this is available in a varieties of way, and then we collect this raw material to convert it and process it into a meaningful form, and this meaningful form is known as information. Okay, and also you should have knowledge about what is actually the means of data structure. So data structure is data organization, management and storage format that enables efficient access and modifications. And data structure is just a collection of different types of data values and the relationship among them, and the functions or operations that can be applied on the data. So you should have knowledge about the data types. That means what is actually the means of data type, and this data is simply values or a set of values, because here data item refer to a single unit of values. Okay, and this data item divided into sub item that call group item, those that are not called elementary item. Okay, so we can say that here collection of data are frequently organized into hierarchy of a specific order, which is known as in the form of fields, records and files. And for this purpose we are just using various types of data structure to manage it and handle it in a efficient manner. And also in my previous video we will already discussed about types of data structure in the form of primitive and non-primitive data structure, and also we will discuss already about the linear and non-linear data structure. So you should have knowledge about these types of data structure and the category of linear and non-linear data structure before learning about the operations of data structures. Now moving ahead, problem objectives. So as I already told you that data may be organized in many ways in the form of logical, mathematical model for any organization of data, and for this particular strategy is just known in the form of data structure. So basically here the choice of a particular data model is depends on the consideration in which we must find out the data structure in the form of actual relationship of data in the real world, as well as the structure which is very simple enough that one can effectively process the data when necessary. So for this purpose my today's video lecture is just based on various types of operations, and we will discuss about various types of traversing and searching methods, and some specific operations like merging and sorting. So now moving ahead, data structure operations. Basically, the data appearing in our data structure are processed via a variety of operations, and in fact the particular data structure is chooses when a given situation is depends on the specific operations which we perform. So for this purpose, the data structure operation is basically categorized some specific form, like here I am mentioning the name of operation in which the first one is traversing, then searching, inserting and deleting. So here these are not the specifically operations is used for data structures. Some other specific operations is also used in the case of data structure, like sorting and merging. Okay, so when we talk about traversing, then here traversing is just used as a visiting of node. That means here we visit each element of the data structure at least one, so that we can find out our desired result. Okay, if we talk about searching, then searching is basically uses as finding the location of record with a given key value, or finding the location of all record which satisfy one or more condition. Then inserting. Inserting means adding a new record to the structure. Okay, that means if we want to add some item either in a list, in front of list, or ending of list, or in middle of list, then for inserting purpose we uses particular operation which is known as insertion. Next is deleting. Here deleting is concerned with removing a record from the structure. Okay, so here I want to mention that sometimes two or more of the operations may be used in given situations. For example, if we may want to delete the record with a given key, which means we first needed to search for the location of the record, then we are able to delete that particular item. Okay, so here both searching and deletion operation perform as a single node. Okay, now the next one is sorting. These are the specific operations as I already named at above. So here sorting means which is used to arrange the records in a logical error. Means here when we apply sorting, then here rearrangement of the elements in a particular order, either in the ascending form or descending order followed. And next one is merging. Here it means combining the records into the one single sorted file. That means here we combine two sorted files and then we convert it into a one single file, which is actually a sorted file. Now traversing. So before discussing about traversing in detail, I just want to mention that we will discuss these all topics in detail in later in chapters, and our third chapter, second chapter, third chapter, and fourth and fifth chapter is generally based on these approaches, like tree, graphs, stacks, queue, etc. So no need to worry that here I'm just defining the definitions. We will definitely will discuss these in detail in future. Okay, the means of traversing is traversing a data structure is means visiting or touching the elements of the data structure and doing something with the data. This is sometimes called as iterating over the data structure. Basically, traversing means traveling through each node of any data structure like linked list, tree, etc. And if you want what data structure are, you must have the ideas of nodes. And a node can be a structure or an object that holds the address of connecting node and the data it holds. And now if you want to go through each node, then you do traversing. Okay, for example, if we want a particular number in an array to traverse, then for traversing through each array item to find the number, we are not aware of data structure, and then we just find out the particular item by using traversing in our array list. Okay. And in other word, we can say that traversing just an operation which is used the process in the case where we access each and every element present in data structures like array, linked list, tree, etc. And here accessing means visiting every element at least once just to display them to the user or perform an operation on all the elements. Okay, now here you can see here in this diagram that college is just present at on the top, and when we want to explore more about the college, then first of all we should find out in what type of college we want to start our traversing approach. So here if we want to go through IT branch for ITM college, then we should explore college and then ITM, then and then we have to traverse this left child node which is CSE, and this is not our searching element. Then we go through the right element which is IT. So here we ensures that we have to traverse each element which is just available at this path. Okay, and if we are taking some another example of traversing, then this is just a real life example. Like if we want to visit any particular place, okay, and then we have to just traverse in the manner where we have to explore or traverse from the topmost node. That means first of all we have to find out that particular places in which country. So we have to traverse that country, then we have to go in the depth and then find out which state. So after that we just move forward to find out that in which city that particular place is available. So for this purpose we just traverse the city, then in that city we just explore the particular place, and then we are able to find out our destination point. So in this way traversing is just used as the exploration of each and every element. Now searching in data structure refer to the process of finding location of an element in a list, and this is one of the important part of many data structure algorithm, as one operation can be performed on element if and only if we find it. The means is that in computer science, if we are just specify searching, then it is the process of finding an element with specified properties from a collection of items. And here this item may be stored in the form of records in a database, simple data elements in arrays, text in files, notes in trees, and sometimes vertices and edges in the graph, or maybe elements in some other space. So here basically the definition of search is the process of looking for something or someone. That means for example, if there is a gathering of so many people in any room, and we have to find out the particular person, then we have to apply searching to find out that particular person from the given gathering. Okay, so it is basically done by using two methodologies. The first one is a linear search and second one is a binary search. Okay, in linear search, traversing of data is done sequentially to locate item. That means this is sometimes known as sequential search. It follows a particular sequence for searching. Okay, and whenever we talk about binary search, then binary search is basically concerned with finding the location of an element in a sorted list. Means what? The technique here is used which is based on comparison of middle element with the targeted value, which is generally known as the key element. And if they are unequal, then the half in which the target cannot be lie is eliminated, and the search continues on the remaining half until it is successful or the remaining half is empty. So this seems to be very quite effective method, since it escapes the redundancy of going over every element, instead narrows down the searching range efficiently. So in this way we are either do searching in a sequential manner, or we randomly pick the searching element through binary search. Okay, now inserting. Insertion means just adds an element at the given index. Means it is the operation in which we have insert one or more data elements into an array, which is based on the requirement. A new element can be added at the beginning, end, or any given index of an array. So here in this diagram you can see that there are numbers is given in the order 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30, and we want to insert 23. Then first of all we have to identify that this 23 is what type of position gets. Okay, and then we can see that here 23 is less than 25 and greater than 20. So according to this decision, we are just find the appropriate place for 23, and then we can insert this 23 on right position. Okay, so here the real life example of insertion is just basically based on different types of data structure, which is used because if we talk about stacks, okay, then insertion in a stack is always done from the top. And if we talk about the insertion in queue, then queue always follow the inserting of item from the rear. That means whenever we are using different data structure, then the insertion depends on the particular data structure which we are using. Okay, so generally we can insert an item in a list either in the beginning or in the end, but if we are using a linked list, then we can add any element from any point from the any point to any point. Similarly, if we talk about deletion operation, then deletion refer to removing an existing element from the array and reorganizing all elements of an array. Basically the means is what? Here the deletion operation may be performed over one or more objects that satisfy the conditional expression defined for it. Okay, and here the delete operation may be used in conjunction with a list. It should be single list, double list, means any kind of list. So here we have to just use in the form of conjunction, where the user may select the objects to be deleted. Like in this example you can see that here the number is given in the list as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40, and from this list we just want to delete this number 20. Then after deletion the remaining list items is just represented here in this way. So basically the means is that like insertion, we can delete the item either from the beginning or from the end, and it is also depend on the data structure which we are using. That means if we talk about the stacks, then always deletion is done from the top, and if we talk about the queue, then in queue the deletion is performed from the front point. Okay, and if we are using linked list, then we can delete any item either from the beginning or from the middle or even from the end too. Okay, now moving ahead with sorting. So sorting just refer to arranging data in a particular format, and sorting algorithm specify the way to arrange data in a particular order. Basically, the definition of sorting is just described in the manner where we arrange items in a predetermined order, and there are lots of algorithm is used for this purpose, which depends on factors such as the number of items related to working memory, as well as the knowledge of order lineage of the items or the range of the keys. So it is sometimes depend on the cost of comparing keys and the cost of moving item, etc. So in this way we are just define the sorting strategy on the basis of the arrangement, on the basis of the given arrangement of a specific item. Okay, so in other words, we can define sorting as it is the process of rearranging an initially unordered sequence of records until they are ordered with respect to all or that part of each record designated as its key. And usually the desired result is that the record be placed in ascending order, that means the smallest key first, or descending order, in which the largest key first. Okay, but any sorting algorithm is capable of placing records in ascending order, which can easily modify to produce a sequence of records in descending order. And here please keep this thing in mind that by default sorting follows a ascending order. Okay, here is the example of sorting. Here in this example, the first table is represented the unsorted list of item. Then we apply some sorting algorithm like merge sort, quick sort, bubble sort, insertion sort, sequence sort, means selection sort, sorry. That means lots of sorting algorithm is available to follow this sorting strategy, and then after applying sorting we are just able to find out the list in a sorted way, either in the form of ascending order sorting or in the form of descending order sorting. Okay, so here you can see whenever we follow ascending item, then smallest key is the first element, and when we follow descending sorting, then the highest element is the first one. Okay, and as a general life example, we will take the example of telephone directories. You know that telephone directories is always in a sorted way, and dictionaries always follow a sorting strategy, and our college and our schools which based on ranking system, that is also the example of a sorting strategy. Now moving ahead with the next one, which is merging. Merging means this is the family of algorithms that take multiple sorted lists as input and produce a single list as output, which containing all the elements of the input list in sorted order. Basically, whenever we are using merging operation, then we use merge sort algorithm for this. Basically, merge sort is a sorting technique which is based on divide and conquer approach, in which we just divide the list into smaller portion, and then apply merge sorting on them, and then we conclude as a combination of these small portion as a single unit, and then combine whole list in a sorted way by applying merge sort algorithm. Okay, here you can see the example where list 1 is represented the item 7, 15, 20 and 25, and list 2 having the item 5, 10, 12 and 30. Then we have to apply merging operation here on list 1 and list 2, and then when we combine these both lists, then after merging, the shorted list is just represented as 5 is the least element, so it is available in the first end, and then 7 from the second list, and here 10, then 12, then 15, 20, then 25 and 30. The means is that we are just using these two lists and then apply merging here to convert it into a shorted list. Okay, and in real life we will also understand merging by taking an example, like in our class structure, we are just either in the form of first year, second year, third year and fourth year student. Okay, and for smoothly conduction of classes, we you all are divided into proper batches. But if there is something very important and want to float this information as a whole, which is related for all the student, then for every year student it goes through the combinedly in a form of merging way on a common platform. Okay, so in this way we are just understand that how the merging approach is actually work. Now this is the assignment which is based on today's video lecture. Here, given n process and operating system want to allocate processor for these processes, which consider the following cases and suggest the appropriate data structure for each case. So first of all, processes will get the processor in same order as they arrived. Then processes will get the processor in just opposite order as they arrive, and processes will get the processor on the basis of their priority, and finally process will get the processor in random order. So in this assignment you just identify that what type of operation is followed in these steps. Okay, now learning outcome of today's video lecture. So today we will discuss about operation on data structure, and also we understand that how the searching and traversing and insertion and deletion operation will actually work, and also we understand that how element merge and sort in a specific order. And in my coming video, we will discuss about various memory representation techniques. And here are the shallow points, and here are the reference used. The first one is data structure and algorithm, and the second one is data structure using C. Thank you so much to all of you.